Hello YouTube. Yes, De-bodgery here. Metalworking on a wood lathe. So I made this setup to drill holes around the perimeter of the bottom of a outrunner motor base, or the bottom of the bell rather. Anyway, if that was all I ever used it for, I guess I would have been fine. But since then, I've used it again, as in just now. So I showed this a little bit ago, and here it is off the lathe, and you can see those holes right there. There's two there, and there's two more, and there is two more. So it did exactly what I wanted it to do. It drilled nice pretty holes, nice perpendicular to the outside and dead through the center of this assembly. So now I can secure this aluminum piece inside this steel shell that used to be a craptastic brushed motor that used to be on a scooter, which is now going to get a C80-100 inside there. So much more power, like 8 times more power, and much lighter, except for the fact that we're putting it inside there. But the motor is going to be right next to the ground, so this can is going to come in handy to protect the motor from getting bashed on the road and stuff. So anyway, those holes got drilled on this whole assembly. I had two problems to deal with. The first one was this tool rest, which was meant for, holding tools for like scraping wood on a lathe, wasn't quite strong enough to stay put. And so the whole thing would rack a little bit, and that C-clamp totally took care of that problem. After that, everything stayed put. Just the lobing mechanism inside here is just not strong enough to hold things in place. So when I make an assembly that will actually mount this thing, I won't be using that lobing assembly because, well, it sucked. It didn't do the job. I'll have to come up with something else, something that clamps around these whole rails or something like that. That'll hold better. All right, so the other problem I had was my Novichok. And I'm absolutely certain that when the folks that made this thing made it, they never expected somebody was going to hold metal with it. They expected somebody was going to hold wood. But anyway, what was happening is, as I was drilling this way, my whole motor can, and I can stick that back on there, I'll show you. So the whole assembly would kind of rock like that. Or it did it only on me once. And basically the answer to the ultimate question was crank on the tightening screws so that it couldn't happen. After that, the problem was solved. So as a result, one of these holes, it's that one right there. It's a little bit wallowed out, kind of crooked. But all the rest of them, once I saw the problem and how it was happening, all I had to do was tighten up the Novichok, and then the problem was gone. So my two issues were pretty easy to fix. And then I got 6 holes around the perimeter of this thing. So I'm pretty happy with the results. So this is De-bodgery saying, yes, you can, with a few basic tools and a jet woodworking lathe and a cordless drill and a cross vise and a Novichok. Yes, you can mill, or rather use your drill, your wood lathe as a metal lathe for all kinds of craziness. Hope somebody out there in woodworking land just gets absolutely horrified. And then they quote me or something, or post in my my video like, "Oh my God, you can't use a wood lathe for that." And I can say, "Yes, you can. Watch me. I just did." Well, good luck, folks. I hope you all get to do something like this too.